Hello, brothers and sisters. It is Thursday today. Um, I might sound really bad, but I'm gonna try and keep this video short, and I'll try not to strain my voice with anything, I guess, aggressive. I've been going through a cold, so I'm kind of losing my voice right now, but I'm pushing through, man. I'm pushing through. Another thing, as you can see, I'm not downstairs anymore. I've transitioned. I've actually flip-flopped. My bedroom is now downstairs. And I'll show you guys that kind of just what I did and what Mariah helped me out with it. Thank you, because that would have taken me forever to do this. But let's take a look at that now. Actually, if you can see around the room here, looks pretty nice. It's really spacious and stuff. I like that. And then we got the whole shebang. I got my records on the bottom too. That's nice. Yeah, it's been really nice. It's been a nice transition for me. It's different. It's different, but I like it. I like the change. I like to be sorry. I like to have my man cave downstairs kind of be like my space, you know. I got my drums in here, got my keyboard underneath my Packers blanket. But yeah, I got all my records up here that make up my desk. I think that was really cool. A lot of you may ask, well, your record player is downstairs. Why did you decide to do that? But I feel like vinyl is a big part of my life, and I just think it was cool that Mariah actually came up with the idea to make the vinyl part of the desk. You know, it's like part of it, and it makes it what it is, and that's really cool. So, hats off to Mariah. We're doing well. We're doing well, man. We're pushing through life and trying to move out, man. Trying to find a place and just kind of get settled for fuck's sake. I was trying to find a place to call our own. That's all I want. You know, I don't need a fancy house or anything. Just some place, you know. Apartment's fine. Townhouse is fine. You know, my standards aren't very high with that stuff. I just want a place, you know, just a place where I can go and feel safe and just kind of have a nice refresh, you know, trying to start life anew, and I just need the money for it. You know, that's what it comes down to at this point. And jobs are tough right now, man. I'm not trying to strain my voice. I'm trying to get through this, but jobs are hard. It's a tough situation we're in right now, and dang, I didn't have any water up here, but it's a tough situation, man. There's a lot of people like us, the younger generation, trying to find jobs in their field, and they can't, and it's hard to make ends meet, man. It feels like saving isn't even worth it anymore, you know? It's like, even if I do save, it's not gonna matter, you know? But I'm doing my best, you know? I sacrifice a lot, you know? I've done that my whole life. I've sacrificed so much and tried the best I possibly could, but I just feel like I always get the short end of the stick for some reason. You know, I always get the never happens, or something comes up that makes it work. But maybe God's trying to tell me something. I don't know. You know, it's at a point where it goes back to one of my favorite Bible verses in Psalm. I believe it's Psalm 21 or 22. It's about kind of you ask God, like, where are you? You know, I've been sacrificing. I've done so much. I've worked my ass off. I've helped so many people, but nothing is happening. You know, nothing is changing. And I'm seeing all these different opportunities that are given to others, and they may not have, and I don't know their situation, you know, but then you feel jealous, you know, you're like, well, I did so much, you know, I'm not asking for like 1,000 things, just one thing at least, you know. At this point in my life, I just want a place to live, that's it. I don't need a freaking new car. I don't need just a place, where me and Mariah can settle down somewhere. That's it. I don't care. It could be in the fucking Minneapolis. I don't care. It's just we need a place. That's what it comes down to, and we'll find one. It takes time. It's a very time-consuming thing. It's stressful, on her especially, and because she works a lot as it is, and it just still seems to be. It's like we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. I swear. But we'll get it figured out. God has a plan for us, and we'll get it figured out. We'll work through this all together, and we'll see it. And so I have faith. I have faith that everything's gonna work out. I just need to give it time. We can't rush things. We're not. Especially with me, I don't rush. Especially when I'm sick. But I kind of slow things down even more, with my voice and my speaking. So I don't want to be like the mute person at band practice tonight that just says, that's it, But yeah, I got a couple records to share. Finally Please came in. I'm very excited for this record. Funny story about this was every year my cousin, my brother, we go up to his timeshare up in Izades, which is right on Lake Mille Lacs. It's just a great place, great experience. Very relaxing, laid back. I've talked to you guys about it many times. It's something I look forward to every year. Even if it's January, I'm so excited, because it's just, even as kids, we got to spend the whole week, and that was awesome. I got to spend time with my cousin, my brother, and Dan, my brother. But now it's just gotten to where it's just me, Mitch, and then Greg and his friends, which is cool. It's kind of like this, guys' weekend. And the reason I like it so much is because Mitch is a very busy person right now. He's very busy. He has a job, works a lot of hours. He has a girlfriend that takes a lot of time. Not saying that's a bad thing, just saying that's kind of what happens. That's a cycle of life, man. You gotta share your time now, because it's not just you. So we're not able to spend the whole week anymore. It's usually just the weekend. But I love it because I can spend time with my brother. That's why I love it, because it's a really big bonding moment for us, and I never get to see him, so this is a great opportunity to just kind of reconnect and catch up, okay, what's going on? And it kind of lets both of us off the leash. Lets him off the leash, kind of just relax for a second. And I'm all about that, man. I'm all about getting off that leash and just living. Just stop working for 2 seconds and just see life, how beautiful it is. Come out of that cubicle, come out of that office building, We are not put on this earth to work our ass off and die. That's not why we are here. We're here to make a difference in people, in human beings, in civilization, and to share our gift with the world. That's why we're here. And we're not here to stoop down to the man or any other effed up people. We're here to share our gift. That's why we're here. But to turn this back to where I'm supposed to go, we were driving. He actually drove this year. We kind of switch off every year, but he drove, and I got to see his new car. It's pretty sweet, It doesn't have a CD player, which I find weird, but this whole digital age, man, it's coming at a freight train. But we got in, and the music starts playing, and it was funny because I listen to this genre. I love this genre. 90s hip-hop. I never thought in a million years I would hear him listening to it. It was Ice Cube, some of his really earlier stuff, And I didn't say anything, you know, I'm like, maybe it's just the radio station, maybe that's not right. And the song ends, and then it goes to like Gin and Juice by Snoop Dogg. I'm like, oh my God, he's actually listening to 90s hip hop. And yes, brothers and sisters, there is a huge difference between hip hop and rap. There's a huge difference. 90s will always be superior to today's whatever you call it. You know, 90s hip hop is here to stay, man. It was so much more raw, you know, so much more real. You could understand what they're saying. You could connect with the events that were going on in the songs, and it was mainly about like police brutality and stepping up and trying to speak your piece. And it was a crazy time, but we listened to Biggie Smalls, and that's where this album comes into play. I saw the email, I'm like, oh my God. We just listened to this. But yeah, it's a pretty, actually it's not like that. Mariah put these things in there, it's like this. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna show you guys the vinyl of this, by the way. It has a really nice feel too. It's not it's not smooth, it's like a nice matte finish almost. It's weird. So, Ready to Die. This is the first one. Look how beautiful that is. That's fantastic. And got the second one here. This is my favorite. Look at that. Great splatter. Just fantastic. Vinyl Me Please, man. They do not disappoint. That's for damn sure. They do not disappoint. Here's the album artwork. You gotta have the crown. Gotta have the crown, man. Rest in peace, Biggie. It was great to reconnect with this album. Before, like everybody knows who Biggie Smalls is. If you don't know, I'm really sorry for your humanity, but if we could just trade Justin Bieber in for Biggie Smalls, we'd do it. You know, but here's some records coming out. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I'm excited for that one. Cats and Gilberto, one of my favorite jazz records of all time. I have it. It is the original copy. I don't know if this one's gonna be different or whatever, but we're gonna see. You know, we're gonna check it out and kind of see what's up. And then I just have one more album to share, and then I'm gonna get out of here so I can rest my voice. But Ready to Die, Biggie Smalls, great choice, great choice. This was the record that got me into this band, or it's a spoken word, one of my favorites. Hotel Books. I have the CD. The vinyl wasn't repressed for a long time. It was really expensive, but now they actually repressed it. And I'm almost happy here, but I never feel at home. That's a deep, and if you look at this picture, the way I see it is that she, like, a mirror's supposed to show the reflection of somebody, but she doesn't think of herself as a person. You know, she doesn't think highly of herself, so she doesn't see herself at all. And I think it's a very deep picture. It has a lot of meanings. I don't think maybe that is the meaning, you know, but check this band out. Come on, guys. I mean, this is great spoken word. On 180 gram vinyl. And green, I got my choice of color. You know, green has always been my favorite for numerous reasons. But I'm very glad I got to get this. This is like $20. It was originally like 80, you know, but that was the original. But there's a lot to take away from this album artwork. It's very deep. It's hard to listen to at times, especially for me. It took me a few days to get through that, because it's a lot of bringing up the past, you know, reestablishing where I was and where I am now. And it's hard to listen to. It's when someone else has gone through the same thing, you think, oh my God, you know, I thought I was the only one, and that just hits you. But It is a fantastic record and an amazing group. Just amazing. So if you do check out Hotel Books, check them out. But I'm gonna get out of here before I have to like hold up note cards to talk to you guys. But before I go, I wanna take some time. My voice is straining, but this is important to me. To all of our brothers and sisters down south, in Florida, in Georgia, in Texas, you know, that it got hit by this double brother and sister hurricane that we got here. We got Harvey and Irma, you know, the two, one right after another, man. And praise God, Mariah's family lives in Georgia, and if you knew anything about it, we didn't know what side of Florida it was going to. So Mariah was very scared that her house was going to get flooded and wrecked and just, you know. And she said, you know, Jake, I would quit my job and go down there, you know. And I completely understand. I would have done the same thing, you know. That's nothing to mess around about. I wouldn't stop you, you know. I agree. And her mom had to evacuate. They boarded up the windows, you know. But she's okay. That's fantastic. Thank you, Lord, for protecting her and everybody that was able to survive and not get injured by this crazy Mother Nature we have. But thank you that her dad was helping out in a call center. I think maybe in Houston, maybe. I think he's still there. He's working a lot of long days, but my prayers go out to both of them, you know, if they stay safe. And any of you brothers and sisters, you have family or yourselves that are down there, my prayers go out to you guys. And this has been a big controversy with when Mother Nature comes about. People say, you don't bring God into this, don't bring, but you know what I think about it? I think this is a message to us, the human civilization we are. It's a message from God, and he is not happy with us. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I blame ourselves. I blame myself for we have a whole bunch of greedy, selfish people here that aren't willing to help each other. So, you know what? That's a good wake-up call. You know, that's a good wake-up call to us. Like, hey, wake up, look at these events that are going on, you know, stop burying your face in your money. Stop being selfish and not willing to help others, you know. Good for him. Good for him. You know, we need a wake-up call. That's what I tell a lot of people, you know, like there's times that we just need to be kicked in the ass to get in gear. You know, do I want to play it that way? No, I don't want to play it that way, but sometimes it needs to be that way. In order to make a change, you kind of need to just push them into the fire sometimes and let them figure it out. It's not my first resort, of course, but sometimes it's the only thing we can do. But peace and love, brothers and sisters. Prayers to all the hurricane victims and the families that were affected by this terrible tragedy. And as always, Big Brother's always watching. Peace, brothers and sisters.